Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. Now today I saw Godzilla King of the Monsters, and boy, what a ride. This movie was definitely worth the wait. Now this video is just like my overall first impressions kind of thing. We'll do a more in-depth review, further down the line. But right now it's just like my first thoughts, first impressions video. And of course there will be no spoilers because I do not want to be that guy that spoils the movie for you. Because nobody likes that guy. So that's not me. I'm not going to do that for you. So first things first, you guys, this movie was never boring, okay? There was never a boring moment. Unlike Godzilla 2014, which took forever to get started, that movie was such slow pace. Godzilla didn't appear until an hour into the movie. This movie, none of that. This movie never had a boring moment. There's always something going on to keep you invested in the story, and that's already an improvement, I'm not gonna lie. And also, there's none of that cutaway bullshit. In Godzilla 2014, where Godzilla and the Muto would meet, they would tease that they were gonna fight, and then they would cut back to the humans and we never see the fight. This movie has none of that, alright? None of the cutaway bullshit. It gets into the action pretty fast, actually. This movie goes at a much faster pace. And that, like I said, that is an improvement. Now, speaking of the movie and the story itself, guys, we also have really lovable characters this time around. Godzilla 2014, I only really cared about one character. The most interesting was Bryan Cranston's character, the dad. This movie, we have several awesome characters, alright? These are characters that actually, I cared about them. I wanted to see their story. I wanted to see them progress. I cared about them. I wanted to follow these characters. And it was awesome. Of course, the only recurring character in this movie is Ken Watanabe's character, Dr. Serizawa. nice little Easter egg there. But overall, you guys, I found that I cared more about the characters in this movie than I did in Godzilla 2014. So again, that's real awesome. It's nice when you actually care about your characters in the movie. And guys, the story of this movie, like I said, the story is a lot more faster paced than Godzilla 2014, which took forever to get started, like I said. But this movie, it gets to things real quick. You see the monsters a lot quicker than you did in 2014. And like I said, it just gets going a lot more faster, which is good for a monster movie like this because we want to see monsters, alright? We're kaiju fans. So now that we have a more faster paced story this time around, guys, I will say this story feels very Showa Godzilla. You definitely get a lot of Showa vibes because this story will remind you of Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster as well as Destroy All Monsters. The story from those two Showa Godzilla films are combined to make Godzilla King of the Monsters. So you definitely get a nice Showa vibe with this movie, which is something that I picked up on pretty quick and something that I actually enjoyed. Now guys, there is just so much more monster action this time around, a lot more, and the best part is we don't even have to wait that long to see any of the monsters. That was Godzilla 2014's biggest problem, was the movie was slow. It took forever to get started. We had to wait 45 minutes to see the Muto. Godzilla didn't come in until an hour into the movie, which is way too long. And then when they do show the monsters, it does the cutaway bullshit. But this movie, you guys, no, it gets going pretty fast. You don't have to wait long at all to see any of the monsters. And once you do see all of them, the movie just, like I said, has a nice fast pace. It gets to the action very, very fast, which, of course, again, just big improvement. Speaking of the monsters, now we all know Godzilla, his design has been out for a while, so I'm not really going to talk about that. But the other monsters, their designs, I was actually pretty impressed with. I didn't really see much of the other monsters' design before the movie, but I was actually pretty surprised. Mothra's design, when it was leaked, I was a little iffy about it because Mothra looked more insect-like this time around rather than more moth and butterfly-like. But when seeing it in the movie, I actually didn't mind it as much as I thought I did. Rodan, I didn't see really much of Rodan at all, but I was pleasantly surprised as well with his design. There's definitely some, cues of, Showa Rodan, as well as Fire Rodan from the Heisei series, as well as it reminded me of that monster Q, that bird from the Godzilla the Anime series in 1998. That monster had the whole fire thing going on, so it reminded me of that as well. And of course, we have the big bad antagonist, King Ghidorah. Guys, King Ghidorah looks fucking threatening in this movie, which is good because he is the main antagonist. And this King Ghidorah, the design, major throwbacks. In the face, it reminds me of the Heisei King Ghidorah, and it also gives me some hints of Grand King Ghidorah. Yes, the big bad from Rebirth of Mothra 3. So that is important. It's good that they had a nice, intimidating King Ghidorah because that is important. for a big antagonist. So far we have a movie here that is never boring, yet real great and lovable characters, a fast-paced story, awesome monsters and designs and monster action. What else can make this movie better? Guys, the music. Not only is the original music that was made for the movie really nice, but guys, there are several Godzilla themes in this movie. Like, you'll recognize them right away. I know I sure did, and it is just awesome. Like, that is just the cherry on top. Just to have some classic Godzilla themes in the movie, it's just awesome. Like, once you hear it, it'll get your heart pumping. So guys, I don't know what you're still doing here watching my video. I mean, I appreciate it, but go see the movie if you haven't already yet. Like, this is the American Godzilla film that we have been waiting for. Like, this film was made for the hardcore Godzilla fans. I believe that 100%. So guys, I'm just gonna say, long live the king. Oh, wait. What are they gonna do with that post-credit scene?